Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be playing Sonic the Hedgehog for Sega Master System and Game Gear. First I'm going to collect these rings, then I'm going to squish the motor bug, collect these rings. Not only do I have a Sega Genesis, but I also have a Sega Master System. And of course, you probably already know this, so I'm not gonna say it. Alright, I'm gonna say it anyways. I have this game for Master System. I don't have a Game Gear. I don't have a Game Gear though. You know, I kinda find it weird how Labyrinth Zone in this version of Sonic the Hedgehog doesn't share the same music of, like, the 16-bit version does. I find that weird. I still like it though. The checkpoints are a lot different in the 8-bit version as well. Special stage. I was really expecting to go to the special stage. And it's time for our first boss. And I just wanted to let you know that every single third act has 0 rings. In 8-bit Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. So the bosses are gonna be a little bit more challenging. Now, in the Master System version, you have to wait for him to calm down, but in the Game Gear version, you can just hit him while he's flying in the sky. Because on the Master System, the screen is bigger. Challenge than of the 8-bit version of Sonic 1, then I would recommend that you play on the Master System. But if you're playing on, if you want an easier challenge, then play on the Game Gear because of screen crunch. I didn't get the first Chaos Emerald, so I'm also not gonna collect that one. Yay! I get to go to the bonus stage! Amazing. Alright. I feel like I should have explained this, but I'm gonna explain it now. Unlike Sonic 1, the Chaos Emeralds aren't in the bonus stages. You actually need to find them in the normal stages. Also, Sega Master System wasn't as popular in the US. I apologize for the coughing that I'm doing. My throat's a little bit dry. You know, I find this level very annoying because of the auto-scroller. Buzzy Bomber just knocked me into the water. Now, if you haven't seen me play the 16-bit version of Sonic 1 before, then I would recommend that you watch that one first. Scroller is so annoying in this level. Honestly, why couldn't they just make it like the rest of the levels? None of the other levels in this game have auto-scrollers. Not even the final. Sonic Map has Act 2. Now I'm going to explain the differences between, and I'm also going to explain the differences between this boss and the Game Gear's boss. This boss has no bridge, while the Game Gear version actually has a bridge. And I also remember dying right after I defeated him. I found it really annoying. So you Game Gear people are basically lucky people. It's time for Jungle Zone. Just did is actually kind of scary. Got myself a checkpoint. My bad. Not gonna fall off this time. You know, the difference between between this version and the Game Gear version is this one I'm gonna demonstrate. Well, this version for you Game Gear people out here, in this version, when you fall off, you die. But for you people who are playing on the Master System, when you fall fall off here, the screen just scrolls back down, which makes the level a little bit more fair. But I like myself a challenge, so that's why I'm playing the Master System version today. I mean, come on. In the Game Gear version, they even forgot Sonic's nose. So good, the camera can't even keep up with me. Alright. I actually think that, like, if you look close enough, you can actually see part of Sonic's sprite. And I actually think that's pretty funny. Whoops, accidentally sped up the footage. That's alright though. We're already in the second level. Just gonna go down here and collect another life. I could not make it past this boss. Right now I can. So, to get good at this, you just have to practice. Fun fact of the day, Marble Zone and Spring Yard Zone were originally planned to be in this game. But for some reason, Sega had to start all over again from scratch. I don't know why. But hey. I think that it's weird how Labyrinth Zone doesn't share the same music with 16-bit version. But I like this music. Oh, wow. 2 air bubbles? Thanks. Got myself an extra life. And now the stage completed. Wow, 2 extra lives. Sorry about that. Now it's time for Act 2. I'm sorry that my singing voice sucks. So I'm gonna stop singing. Sorry about that. My bad. Rings is good enough for now. Alright. Please give me an air bubble or some rings, dude. Thank God. just that in the 8-bit version, you run out of air a lot quicker, while in the 16-bit version, you don't run out of air as quick. Why would Sega put a Chaos Emerald in the spikes? That's not fair. So stupid, man. Why would you put it in the spikes? It's just dumb. Now I'm just gonna have to die while collecting that Chaos Emerald. Time for Act 3. Alright. Hold on, I'm gonna get some water real quick. Excuse me. This boss isn't really that hard. You just have to make sure that you hit him in the correct places. And he's defeated. And you know what? I'm also surprised how Sonic kept his breath underwater for that long. You know, this is the same music, it just goes faster. It goes Sonic Vegas. That's how fast it goes. I'm gonna say it's that attack too. Because I made it past that in a quick amount of time. Sorry guys, my fast forward key is very close to my jump button. Come on, it sends us back here? Today, Caterpillar. Dude, where am I supposed to go? Maybe right here. Just a bottomless pit. Oh, come on, Sonic. Stop falling into pits. Oh, I get it now. Supposed to go back to where the area I came from. Have to do this again. And then instead of taking that route, I have to go to the other route. It all makes sense. Instead of taking this path, which is right over here, I take this. And it's act completed. Almost through the end of the game. Just have like 3 acts to go. Every single Act 3 has rings, except every single Act 3 does not have rings, except for this one. Which is weird because this is Robotnik's lair. Now it's time for Skybase. Alright, both Act 2 and Act 3 share the same music, like Scrap Raid. Act 2 to be fair. Because, come on, how are you going to send me into a ship with no rings? Act 3 is already challenging enough. So why would you put 0 rings in Act 2? Sega just wants us to suffer. I'm just gonna admit defeat here. Now that's just unfair. Surprisingly, it wasn't really that hard. Act wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. Now it's time for the final. You have to be aware of his laser beam and that little ball that comes out. Like right when he turns the laser beam on, that's when you can hit him. See what I'm doing? Just repeat the same strategy that I'm doing, and you're good. Oops. My bad. You also have to maintain a lot of focus with this boss. That's why I don't. That's why I'm not talking right now. I mean, I barely even talk as much in my videos. So. Yeah. completed the game, even though we didn't collect all Chaos Emeralds. So technically, we get the bad ending. But that doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is that I completed the game. Sonic the Hedgehog Master System version. Sonic the Hedgehog original character design. Oh, this is the credits. People are like, of course this is the credits. No way. It's not Sonic Says from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please make sure that you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!